Welcome to the show. We have a couple sponsors for this episode of Podcast Hell. If you listen to this show, you know my ADHD is a cause for concern. I've tried everything: Adderall smoothies, 13 cups of coffee in the shower, and of course, internal self-hatred. Lately, I've tried Magic Mind, and it's great. I feel alert at my job. It tastes good. And apparently, Joe Rogan talked about it on his podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience. So try out Magic Mind by going to magicmind.com/podcasthell. That's magicmind.com/podcasthell. Use my promo code podcasthell20. That's podcasthell20 for 20% off a one-time purchase or subscription. And of course, check out the Joe Rogan Experience, currently available on Spotify. The Joe Rogan Experience, podcasting done right. If you're watching on YouTube, you know what this blank-ass wall looked like before I had my sign, before it was bleak and depressing, embarrassing even. Now I have a sick neon sign that lights up the space and classes up the pod. And it's all thanks to the team at Radical Neon. If you need a custom sign, Radical Neon ships anywhere. They do great work, and you're supporting good people. Just email hello@radicalneon.com. That's RADIKAL, Radical with a K, neon.com, and use my promo code podcasthell20. That's podcasthell20 for a 20% discount. You can also go to their website, radicalneon.com. Again, that's RADIKAL neon.com. It's pretty sweet. You see it right here. Check them out. We are stuck on 249 Apple Podcast reviews. If you have an iPhone, look up Podcast Hell on Apple Podcasts. Rate this show 5 stars. Write something nice or shitty about it. I don't even care. As always, tell your friends about the show. Let's get started.
Girl, we're about to go somewhere odd now. Times to rise and elevation starts to drop down. Our little secret, don't kiss and tell, you're so bad. I'll probably see you in hell. Welcome to hell, baby. This is Podcast Hell.
Where's your water?
Oh.
On the floor.
Oh, that's so professional to keep it down there. I'll do that.
Oh. I'm only.
You don't have to do that.
I also have coffee here. Is that
Coffee's good. I've been getting into coffee lately.
Holy crap.
Yeah. I can't remember where somebody gave it to me for something. Not just like a cup
Becky
of coffee.
doesn't realize how big. He is not, like,
I'm not
he
a coffee
never
guy.
drank coffee.
Why?
I don't know, because I don't want to get addicted to it, and I have an addictive personality.
Here's what the real answer is. I have a stand-up joke based on Eric. I go,
What's the joke?
It freaks me out when people don't drink coffee in the morning, because that means you're just fueled by pure rage. And it's based on you and Brian Frangie.
Yeah.
And you are two of the most, like, I mean, not like, I don't want to say you're rage people, but I do feel like you both can
You're ragey?
can be rageful.
I'm a little ragey. Like,
Yeah.
when you texted me this morning, hey, are there going to be 2 parking spots?
You fucking
I showed Liz, I was like, this fucking piece of shit trying to produce my fuck him. Like, I didn't like it.
Well, no, but you do have a
It fucking made me mad.
well, because I'm insulting your parking situation, which is true. You have a shitty parking situation.
We have a great parking situation. We have 2 spots.
And then where else?
And then if a third person comes, they need to park in a different neighborhood and fucking hike in.
Hiking.
Which is what you should do if you're trying to come over to my house.
He's like, park at the grocery store, which is great. You can park over by the grocery store, but then that stretch of road that you have to cross is filled with psychos.
Do you jaywalk that road? That road's very dangerous to
but then you have to walk down the crosswalk. But even at the crosswalk, it's like there are just psychos in this part of LA.
Yeah. You're on a podcast with one of them.
Yeah.
I live nearby, too.
How close are you?
10 minutes.
We don't have to give away your address. There's this podcast has thousands of listeners.
Try and find Becky in North Hollywood. Good luck.
I'm terrified.
I
I did, but part of the reason I was already late, and then I made myself more late because I was like, this can't be right. And then I turned around.
This structure, you mean?
Yeah, because the numbers were so high, and then I was like, that can't be right. So I'm like, it must be another. And I turned around and I was like, oh no, this is
That's not your fault.
But
it's kind of a weird parking.
Well, here's what
situation.
I'm gonna give you more suggestions because I want to piss you off.
Why are you giving me? We're
You
like
do an
2
email.
minutes into
No
the
one does emails anymore. You do
I
a
did
text
an email.
chain.
It
I
is
know.
an email.
I'm saying don't do emails. You got to do text chain.
I don't want a text chain.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
telling
refuse.
you, that's the
I
way.
put it in an email.
Yeah.
and then it's in the Google Calendar invite.
I like the Google. You know, I'm a big Google Calendar.
You're a big Google Calendar
But
guy.
Becky, you're a texter.
Yeah, I'm a texter.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, I have problems. Listen, I mean, I was late. I
don't care that you were late.
problems leaving the house. Like, I really...
He just wants to be a part of it.
He just chills.
He just
He's
likes to be.
Sweet
He's a
baby.
very
No, I just was
sweet-
worried.
he's the
He was like,
sweetest
"Get me
dog.
out of here."
No, he likes being back. He likes just being around people.
He loves people.
Yeah.
My dog doesn't. My dog is actually the opposite of Gordon.
What kind of dog?
She's like a Chihuahua Terrier, and she barks at every. She's terrified of men and just people, women, children, their dogs.
My dog loves little dogs. Like he loves playing with little dogs. And there's a very cute pit bull named Adele that lives 2 doors down.
Adele the pit bull.
I
love that.
So she's like beige,
Yeah.
full like clean beige, exact same size as Gordon. She's a year old, and she's a little scared but wants to play with him every time. So they played this morning.
Whoa,
And every
that's
time she plays with Gordon, I'm like, if that family perishes in some terrible accident,
Give us the dog.
Give us the dog.
Yeah.
And I don't want them to perish.
No.
I mean,
Why is that the story?
they
You
got
just
don't want the dog to go.
if the dog
Because
survives,
Becky, life is full of pain and bad things happen, and we're just trying to figure out our.
You never think that? You never just think about how
let me
all of
ask
us
you,
could
Becky.
die at any moment?
Well, because Meredith and I are separate on this. My wife Meredith.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I'm telling the
I know
pod.
your
Your
wife.
wife, Meredith.
My wife Meredith. What was I
Meredith's
telling
been on
her?
the show like 3 times.
Well, yeah, but do they know that we're married?
Yes.
Okay.
You were on the show with her.
I know, but if they're here's
My wife Meredith.
Here's the positive. I'm being positive in that we're hoping you have new listeners.
We do not have new listeners. There's no fucking way. The only person listening this deep into the podcast is Meredith.
And Brad Stoll.
Yes. Brad Stoll does listen.
Of course.
I started the last episode.
That's why we mentioned him. You got to mention him.
I mentioned him almost
Yeah.
every episode.
Yeah.
I started the last episode with, or 2 episodes with this girl, Maxie. And I was like, do you know Brad Stoll?
We all know Maxie.
Yeah. Do you know
Is she
Maxie?
the-
Whitrick?
Is she the blonde
Yeah. Yes.
model lady? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to say it like that. Sorry, Max.
Nah, she's a blonde model lady.
She's like gorgeous. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all good. No, but so I had her on the show, and I go, do you know Brad Stoll? She goes, no, who's that? And I go, that's the perfect answer. That's literally the beginning of the podcast, is just establishing someone doesn't know Brad Stoll.
But let me. So the way I handle stress, and I don't think either of you do this, but tell me if you do. I have learned that it's very comforting to me to go worst case scenario. So I will go like it's comforting for me to be like, okay, what's the worst thing that happens? And then just accept that, and then my stress goes down because no. See, that
makes me feel worse.
Yeah. Like
I
don't think of the worst thing that could happen in that moment. I literally think of the movie The Revenant, where he's getting where the bear's trying to kill him, and they roll down the hill and he shoots it and it goes and just fucking dies on his face. And I go, that isn't happening.
That's a great.
I don't live in a time where I have to kill a bear as its teeth
So you
are
think
coming
of
to
it?
eat
You
me.
think you're doing
I go back
a
in-
gratefulness.
I go back in history and say,
what
no
do you
ma-
do, Becky?
Yeah.
Oh, I just full panic.
panic.
So let's do scenario
I go
because I want to
spiral.
know. I'm not turning into my podcast.
Oh my God,
I know,
Rob!
you
Rob
get so
does
mad.
this, you know what Rob does when he panics? He comes on my podcast and starts doing bits from
No,
his
you know
podcast.
what I do when I panic.
All right,
Tell her what I really do when I panic.
when you really panic.
Yeah,
I don't know. Give me an example. Give me an example.
chicken cutlet.
Oh, when he really panics, he cooks a meal for 50 people.
Yeah, I don't know why.
we-
He's 100%. When you said that, I was like, it's 100% true.
Wait, for who?
I'll invite friends over. I should
that's
invite you
nice.
over, and I'll just I will go insane.
Yeah,
understand that.
we came over to Rob's. We went over to that specific night. We were doing a planning for barely making it. We used to
yeah.
host this,
Oh, yeah,
this
yeah,
stand-up show. You've done the show.
I've been doing the show, yeah.
And,
the planning. What can you put for a fucking bar show?
Nothing to nothing to plan.
On the agenda, get famous.
So it was like me and Madison Davis, our friend, who's also like maybe like 120 pounds, like not a big not a big appetite probably.
Blonde model lady. And fucking Rob cooks like pasta, chicken cutlet, gumbo, salad. Like it's so like fucking meal
Gumbo?
after meals coming out.
He's exaggerating.
I was
But
like,
yes,
oh,
like
I
they
love
So much food.
way too much food.
And we were just like, look,
I'm like sweating. I'm very like.
you're like, Rob, sit down. Let's come talk
angry.
about this show. He's like, he made like, I remember you made cheese bread on bagels.
Yeah.
But you made like 10 of them.
I know. I mean, I've made
For three of
enough
us.
food for a football team.
I mean, it's not, it's a really nice, it's a nice thing.
It's helpful.
Yeah.
It'll be helpful, like more in life. The older I get, the more I'm like, that is like a good stress. It's good that that's how I handle stress. It's like, I love going to the grocery store. It always calms me down. And then I love cooking. Those are like my two things.
Yeah.
And then I love shopping. You hate shopping. Do you like shopping?
Yeah, I like shopping.
I like shopping.
I can just wander through aisles. I don't know, and just like stare off.
Yeah, I had to go shopping today for a suit, and it was the worst.
That part, when you have to look for something specific, that's actually awful.
You don't like that?
No,
Okay.
I like just like mindlessly like.
Do you like Target?
I love Target.
Love Target. I went yesterday with Meredith, and I told her I had a realization. I said, I believe that I could walk down any aisle in Target, and you could point to any item, and I could convince myself I need that item.
Oh, that's dangerous, but that's true.
Yeah, I mean, I just have to recognize it. That's why, like, Meredith, it sort of has become the de facto, like, should we get something?
Okay.
'Cause I can.
So what if I pointed to an item at Target and it was lawn fertilizer?
I would say I would look at it for a while, and then I'd be like, well, here's what I could do. I could get like one of those like indoor patches of grass for like dogs to pee on, and then when like Eric brings over Gordon or like Brian brings over Jack, they could go inside if they need to, you know.
You know how you can tell that this is like a crazy emotional. His eyes get big.
Oh,
when
yeah.
They turn like a fucking dinner sauce.
Yeah. I was like, I mean, this was fun. I had a legitimate,
You really
enjoyable
went somewhere.
time.
You
with
went,
it.
yeah.
I had a realization yesterday because I was like, we were talking about where we're gonna, if we move back to the East Coast, where we would move.
Oh.
And I was like, it just needs to be by the beach. And my wife's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, we just need to live by the beach. Like, I like looking out at a beach. And she's like, well, we've lived in LA for like fucking 5 years and been to the beach twice. Like, you don't like the beach. You don't even like going into the ocean.
Also, we just need to live by the most expensive place.
Yeah. Well,
And also climate change.
Yeah.
perfect. I'm like, yeah, fucking, let's live a mile away from the beach so it becomes beachfront property.
That's the best.
No, so I was like,
That's going to be a weird moment
yeah.
when the oceans rise and like you have to pretend you're sad.
But you're like,
my house just became beachfront property.
Yeah, or you could live on a cliff. Like there's cliff houses on the Potomac.
But maybe in the Potomac it's safe, but
Yeah.
in LA, I mean, but California, they have these videos of these. They have to move whole neighborhoods away because
Palos Verdes,
yeah, because they erode, and all of a sudden it's like your house is going to fall off a cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like in
Well, let me
Virginia.
finish the story.
Yeah,
It's not that good of a story. Let's abandon the story. I don't need to finish it. The end of the story was just I realized that it's not living by the beach. It's that my mom has a beach house, and I love my mom. Yeah. And
That's very
because
sweet.
I've
like
also
that.
started like with these like plastic bottles. Like my mom has plastic bottles, and I've always been like, we shouldn't have plastic bottles. They're not good. But like I've been home a bunch lately, and I just started buying plastic bottles. I think it's just like it makes me feel closer to my mom.
That's something my therapist
Yeah.
had said is they teach that in psychology.
What?
That,
Yeah.
that one of the things we do to be closer to our parents is mimic them. So we'll find ourselves doing things that our parents do, and it's because we miss them.
Wait, but what if I see my mom like once a week.
But even if you, but yeah, but you don't
once a week.
But you
Once every other week.
you don't live with your mom.
No.
Does she live in NorCal or she lives down here?
No, she lives in Arcadia.
Oh wow.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, we have a
Because you grew up in the north.
No, I
you grew
up
up in
here.
Arcadia. Okay.
Yeah, it's like we have a tough relationship sometimes. But
A comedian, tough relationship with her mom.
that's not
insane.
normal.
I've
Usually,
never heard that.
Usually, we're pretty balanced. And
everybody just got perfect relationship.
we're not really. It's not like comedy is us running away from stuff.
But yeah, no, it's good that she's here. But I mean, I am slightly. My mom is a hoarder a bit, so I'm a little bit of a hoarder.
Oh,
But so I have to watch myself.
Yeah.
scale of 1 to like your own pee in jars.
You mean me? Oh, I'm like at a 4, 3.
You're at a 3.
She's
Okay.
like 7.
But she doesn't have pee in jars.
Oh,
Because I
yeah.
saw an episode of Hoarders where there was like
Is
she was
she an
literally
organized hoarder? Because I've known a few of those in my life where it's like they have so much stuff, but they've also found a place for everything, and you're like, it does feel like an earthquake will hit, and all of a sudden everything will just fall out of cupboards and shelves, and it'll just be covered.
It's gotten really bad over the years. So now she's
Yeah.
like bought cabinets to put her shit in. But
Okay.
it's still full of shit. So
Have you done like the research as to like what is behind hoarding? I don't know because I don't know.
no, it's cycle.
Yeah,
it's
sorry.
it's in our family. But I think if I feel like my mom's not going to listen to this
She
podcast.
definitely will not listen to it.
But like it's in our family.
Her and Brad Stoll who watch this.
Does she know she's a hoarder?
Yeah, I mean, I've talked to her about it, and then she is like, I'm busy. I don't know. She's retired, but I mean,
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Well, that is something like I worry about is like if I ever get to an age where I have like where I'm retired, which will never happen because I have no money. But if I were,
I thought you were going to say because you're going to die.
well, that too.
Oh my god! No.
I mean, we're going to the worst case.
Statistically, yes. But I'm like, I am like, oh yeah, if I had too much time on my hand, I would be in Target every day.
Oh, so you have a hoarder tendency?
I think I could be good about not hoarding, but I would have to, because I also have gotten good at selling stuff on eBay.
Oh,
so I could
that's
like
good.
rotate through stuff, but it is a thing where it's like,
Rotation hoard. That's
it's like a new
that a thing?
I don't know.
It is now.
I've invented it. Rotation hoard.
It is now.
Yeah.
Rotation hoard.
Do you think your mom's is related to, like, to me, I'm always like, it's like there's two types of hoarding. One is like recapturing something. Like, it's like people, I think I have no qualifications for this, but I believe it's like you're trying to recapture something, which is what I think mine is. Like, I'm trying to like recapture feelings from like childhood. So I like to buy like video games and stuff like that. And then I think the other one is like, we had to run from the shtetl in Russia. And so now I never want to throw anything away because I remember when we had nothing. So it's like, I'm always like, I need to keep this because.
Wait, you have that one?
No. I think I have the like recapture, like a simpler time in my life.
What's the shtetl?
Shtetl would be like in, I don't know if this is true, but it's like a poor Jewish neighborhood in Russia is how I picture it.
So like when they were like, you're talking like World War II shit.
Well, the pogroms. So there were the Russian pogroms,
Okay.
which was before World War II even? I don't know. But they would basically like come in and just like destroy Jewish towns. Like they'd basically have a riot.
Yeah.
And they would just show up and just trash everything and basically be like, if you don't leave tonight, we'll like kill all of you. And so it would just be all of a sudden everybody has to
get
fun stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's as good as a transition as we'll get into Israel-Palestine. So
Fiddler on the Roof.
Everybody gets 3 minutes.
Okay.
Oh my god!
just a joke. Just a
Just
joke.
a little lighthearted.
Just a little lighthearted.
Oh my god!
Anyway, we were
Fiddler on the Roof is about that. That's like the story is
Okay.
like they're coming to like destroy their.
before we started talking about this or your mom's hoarding. I think we were on something pleasant.
Oh, what were we talking about?
I don't know what it was.
I don't remember. So how do you? Yeah, what's like positive things you do for stress? Because I don't remember.
I do Pilates.
Pilates is
That's
good.
so healthy. That's
I
like the
like it.
healthiest possible response to.
But I mean, no, I just do it because otherwise I don't do anything. I think
Is Pilates? I always put Pilates in with Taibo. You remember Taibo?
Yeah, no, Pilates is like an amazing. Yeah, Pilates is like the best workout.
Taibo felt like it was like more like a fad thing, and then I like it's on the terms of like fads.
Well, Taibo is closer to like there's Zumba and Taibo in my mind are similar, but Taibo is like basically kickbox exercise.
You don't see too many Taibo classes anymore, but I feel like I still see Zumba. I'll see Pilates, but I'll obviously see a ton of yoga.
I did Zumba like 4 years ago. Meredith and I went and did
you
a
guys
Zumba
did
class.
Zumba?
Yeah,
Wait, did you do Zumba?
Well, Meredith likes dancing. Like she does like to do dance classes, so she was like, "Come and do it." But then I did, and it's just not fun for me. I'm terrible at dancing, especially like coordinated, like organized. So, and with that, it's like, yeah, you're exercising, but by the end, I'm just doing my own thing, and everybody else is like following the instructor because I just can't keep up.
I used to see you in the corner, like.
I mean, for real, that is like by the end, especially because you're exhausted. I'm just like, yeah.
Were you on Family Haircut when we danced a bunch?
No, that is.
Wait, what's Family Haircut? Was that your group?
It was like an old improv troupe we were in a million years ago. And we had like a dance form.
I was on the team when you convinced us to do this was your idea.
Oh, like a Latina woman to come. Oh, no, it was a German woman to come in and teach us Latin dancing.
Here's what's cool about living in places like New York or LA. So if you do want to hire like somebody who's an instructor, like Eric hired this woman. She comes in. She was like the world champion. Was it tango?
It was tango.
It was tango.
What?
She was like the world champion tango dancer. And she comes in and she's like to teach us all tango for like a fun.
That sounds fun.
It was fun. That's the kind of stuff you should do on improv teams, is not improv, because who fucking cares? You should be like, once a month we're going to do something. We're going to like all take a fucking...
I think group activities like that, it was really fun because it was like, of course we suck, but it was fun to watch her like realize that we're not going to... Like, we're not even...
Yeah.
Like, I mean, her trying to teach me, I could watch her face being like, oh, this is just...
Bummed her out a little bit.
Yeah, she wants to come in and, like, teach you how to really tango, and I'm like, this is as far as I'm going to get.
I know. That's like me all the time as a kid, right? Like, all those, like, weird dance lessons, or, like, I did Chinese dance. You guys didn't?
Well, Eric did.
Yeah.
What is Chinese?
I have the characters on my
dance?
arm. It just says dance like you've never danced before.
You're Japanese American.
I'm half and half. But my friends growing up were Chinese. They did the real Chinese stuff. And so they're like, come along.
Okay.
And the lady hated me so much. She's like, you walk like an American.
Oh,
and
my
I'm like,
God.
what the fuck does that mean? And it's like,
Were you born in America?
Yeah. I was born in LA.
Who said so? The instructor said you walk like an American?
Yeah.
Well, the instructor was from
China.
Originally from China.
Oh. Well, I guess
I probably just I don't know what that is, but like
probably
I
like stroller baby. That's what I picture an American walk.
like your baby.
You or not stroller, but you know those things that
a toddler walk.
No, the things that the babies are in where they can walk and they kind of bounce. I think Americans have a little bit of a bounce in their step that other countries don't have. This is not.
Wait, really?
This is getting cut. Because this is made up. I just is what I
gotta leave it in now.
If somebody said you walk like an American, I would assume that means I'm probably bouncing too much.
I mean, well, we're all trying to think of what walk.
You know what I'm saying? Like when people walk and they kind of bounce.
Yeah, I think we do bounce.
I think we bounce a little bit.
Also, we pick up our feet a lot.
Yeah. Well, a lot of countries.
Wait, how do you walk without picking up your feet?
Well, I know some people who slide a little more.
They shuffle?
A little shuffle.
Doesn't that wear down your shoes faster?
Yeah, but maybe that's what she meant.
Because I kind of picture like...
Don't.
What?
I don't know what you were going to say. I don't know.
I don't know.
I thought you were about to say, I kind of picture like a Chinese person and then...
yeah, that's what I was going to say.
That's what I was trying to stop you.
What is it? Where are geishas from?
Japan.
Okay, well, because they do that's like a foot thing.
Well, I mean...
It is. Like, I've seen it in movies.
Well,
we're not talking about, but yeah, that's like saying how do British like soldiers walk. And it's like, that's not how they walk.
If you saw
specific.
It's probably their outfit too.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't...
It could be like the. It could be like the floors.
It's a whole. It's its own thing. That's what I'm saying. Like if you go to Buckingham Palace and you go, that's how British people walk. Be like, what are you talking about? This is the crazy
very specific
soldier.
Although
let's talk about Mexican because I'm a quarter Mexican. I'm allowed to talk about the differences in their culture.
I don't know. No, I don't.
I like us. I want to figure out what an American walks like. Because to me, the closest, like, who are we picturing? Let's picture I'm trying to picture like a famous person who walks.
A famous walk.
Yeah.
Like I think people picture John Wayne.
Well, he's like, it's like a strut, like a sidle.
He's got a side to side.
Yeah.
Other just think of like big cultural movies because that's what people would from other countries.
We know how Americans run because everybody talks about Tom Cruise.
How does he run?
He does have an enjoyable run to watch.
He does have a great. He has a
Like
great
people
run.
put a cut. There's on YouTube. There's like a highlight reel of just all of him running, and it is like there is something almost meditative about watching it.
Maybe
He's
he
got a great.
practices it.
He does.
Oh,
practice.
he does. He clearly.
He talks about it.
He does.
Yeah. He definitely practices
Yeah.
it. And the 2 Mission Impossibles ago, there's a clip of him running and then jumping and breaking his leg, and it's in the movie.
He really broke his leg like Jackie Chan did too in Rumble in the
Jackie
Bronx. Jackie Chan, you can watch and at the end of Rumble in the Bronx, they show the clip of him doing it. And he just jumped off one roof to another. And for the rest of the movie, he had a cast that they painted to look like a shoe.
Oh my God.
And he still filmed. He's a psychopath.
Yeah.
Michelle Kwan too. She was on the Mark Maron podcast.
Dude.
She was talking about how she broke her back or
Oh my
something.
God.
She was a gymnast or an ice skater?
I mean, that's like
She did stunts,
I
yeah.
think part of acting and
no, but Michelle Kwan.
Not Michelle Kwan. Michelle Yo.
Yo.
Oh my God.
yeah, sorry.
I'm fired. That's an ice skater. Oh my God.
Who would have thought? Out of all the
better
three
you
of
than
us,
us.
out of the 3 of us, who would it be?
Well, Michelle Kwan was a gymnast. Or was
Michelle
she an
Kwan's
ice skater?
an ice skater.
Ice skater.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that would make more
Amazing ice
sense for
skater.
Beck.
Yeah.
Michelle Yeoh was a stunt
Yeah,
lady.
she was in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
She won an Oscar.
Oh, she's the main
There's
act-
video
the main-
footage of her doing a car jump, which is fucking nuts.
She's
Back in the day.
badass.
Who is she in Everything Everywhere All at Once?
The star.
She's like the main mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mommy.
That movie's incredible.
She was a mommy.
How do you feel about mommy?
Wait, what mom?
the word like mommy
The
versus
word mommy versus mom.
Oh, I love mommy. Well, because I like MAMI and MOMMY. I like them both.
Like mommy, like
Is it Puerto Rican? Like in
it is. Yeah, mommy. Yeah.
I think that's fun because they call everybody mommy.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
little girls, mommy.
I did love that in New York.
Yeah, I thought it was nice.
Getting called
You got
Poppy.
Poppy.
Every once in a while,
Yeah.
it'd be like, whoa.
Pop. Yeah. It's. I think like once it takes on any type of like sexual connotation, I really struggle with
This Poppy.
the poppy and the mommy and
Oh,
the
I think
daddy.
it can definitely be. It can definitely.
Daddy's rough.
It can definitely be sexual, but the way it was said to me in New York
Daddy's tough.
always was, "Daddy is tough."
Let's just
Yeah.
stop.
daddy. Yeah,
let's
nobody's
just
saying
stop
daddy.
and all
Yeah.
address
Yeah.
using daddy sexually is
Yeah,
a rough.
could be problematic.
Yeah. But I feel mommy would be possibly worse. I don't even think that happens.
Yes.
You can't be banging a girl and say mommy.
I'm sure guys.
No
definitely-
way.
You
No
don't
way.
think so?
No way. There's no social cover for saying mommy while
Well, you go. Here's where you go. You go, mommy, mamma mia. You're like in the moment,
Mamma
trying.
mia. I just came again. You have to fucking blend it into
ABBA.
Is that Mario coming? Oh no!
cannot. Yeah, I think mommy or daddy is rough. But anyway, you were saying mom. You like mommy. Poppy is.
No, I thought it was nice. It felt like affectionate.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
In New York, when I got called, it never felt. Whenever it only happened, I think twice.
Yeah.
It was like whenever it happened, it was because it was just that's just like a very nice. I don't know. It's like buddy. It's like their
Yeah.
version of buddy. It felt.
Yeah.
People still call people chief. Is that true?
Chief is. I think
So
Chief
weird.
is more aggressive.
aggressive.
That's,
Chief is
I've called
very
people
aggressive.
chief too, and it's when things are getting
Yeah. Guy.
Hey, what's
Guy
that?
is also
Guy,
aggressive.
chief.
Hey, guy.
The one I did out here where I almost got in a fight. I think I went with Bud.
Ooh,
I gave
Bud.
somebody a Bud.
It's like Wolverine.
or bro. Bro can be aggressive too.
I use bro. I call my bros
Like a nice bro?
Yeah,
Okay.
what's up, bro?
bro, yeah.
What's up, bro?
Because one time my
I say dude
ex-boyfriend
the
and I were here visiting, and we got tea, and this like kind of like guy's like, the guy behind the counter is like, what would you like, bro? And then I was like, ugh.
Definitely in that tone too, and that's a weird place. That's like a weird place for that tone. A tea exchange, a tea moment.
Sir.
Yeah, I think bro's always going to feel out of place at a.
What do you want in your tea, cuck?
You want me to steep that pussy?
Damn.
That's tough.
Yeah, that's tough.
It reminds me, T-Pop is closing.
It is? Why?
Because some richer person would like to turn it into an apartment complex, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my wife goes there a lot, and it was the last podcast was a fight, actually. Katie, you guys know Katie K?
I don't.
Okay.
She's stand-up.
Do you guys know Brad Stoll?
Who is that?
The story, there was no need for me to ask if you knew her. I had somebody on the podcast, and right before she came over, I tidy up. Like that, you see how this room is kind of a mess over there? Uh-huh. It's never cleaner than it looks right now. It's a total mess before people come over for the pod. So I was cleaning up, and my wife had just bought a drink at T-Pop, and I just fucking poured it out, like basically in front of her. And she was like, why did you pour out my delicious drink? And I was like, because it was fucking out. Put it in the fridge. And then that was not good. And then the podcast guys came over like fucking 3 minutes after that while we had like not solved the fight. And then I found out that T-Pop was closing. So not only was it her drink.
It was one of the last.
It was the last T-Pop drink you will ever have.
Wait, it's closing that soon?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn.
Well, what I did is after the podcast, I then went to T-Pop and got another drink.
That's the right move.
That's a good move.
Yeah. That's the move.
I don't think my husband would have done that.
He doesn't do the immediate. I am so down for the immediate fix. Like, if you need me to drive like fucking 2 hours to, like, if I fuck something up, I'm like, I'll go buy a new one right now if you stop being mad at me. Like, it's not worth.
Yeah, I don't.
It's not worth the fucking
that doesn't
tension.
That doesn't work with Meredith. Like, I feel like with her, it's like it needs an emotional fix. And so for that, I'm always like, I tell her like now I just go like, I need like an hour to like stop being in like fight mode. And then always after that, it immediately is like, I'm always wrong. It's always me. It's literally like crazy. I would say 99.9% of all arguments are because I'm in a bad place.
Yeah. Well, if you had to put an honest percentage on fights between you and your husband, who's right, who's wrong? He's not going to listen to this.
No, he won't.
Yeah.
I have to force him to go to comedy shows. I think it's 50-50 because I can sometimes just be emotional because I just feel that way.
Okay. Well, that's great that you.
Yeah, I'm glad you can admit that.
If he was in the room, would you be like 50-50 or would you?
Hell no.
No,
I'd be like, yeah, he has some issues, you know.
Yeah.
But I it's a little 50-50 because sometimes but also he annoys me, so.
I think if I gave it like real percentage, I think me and Liz is probably like 70-30. She's right, I'm right. Like, I think I'm right 30% of the time.
I would love to see when you're right because it doesn't feel that way.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't. But like, fuck you. I'm right. 30% of the time, I'm right. And I would say that if she was in the room.
I know you would.
I would. Yeah, I don't know. She was. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I'm right, and then I realize the thing she's doing is tied to like a childhood trauma, and I'm like, fuck, it doesn't feel good to be right. So it's like it's like that's the thing with fighting is like, I don't know. In the end, it's like if you're in a relationship, the real thing is to find a way to like, even if the person's wrong, like you got to find a way to deal with it because you're going to be with that person. So it's like even when you're right, you're wrong, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, you don't get like you married them.
Yeah, you're not.
So you made that decision.
If I got in an argument with Becky right now, we could both leave and not hang out for a couple weeks, and then it would be fine. But you can't do that with a spouse.
Have you guys ever had a fight?
What?
Us?
Yeah.
Wait, me and Rob?
Yeah.
Becky?
I don't think so.
I can't even picture us. I can't even like.
No. I think I fight more with like, you know, either my mom or dad or my husband mostly.
Do you have friends that are, because we've been in fights
Like
we've been yelling at each
Not
other.
fist fight, real arguments though. Yeah.
Although when we do get in a fist fight, that'll really be like the cementing of like, well, you're one of my best friends.
Yeah, he's
I just fucking hit you with some gunshots.
Yeah.
Do you have any friends that you will fight with?
No, I don't think so. I mean, we might have like awkward. No, not anymore. I think I kind of cut those people out.
That's great.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's good.
Because some people were real bitches.
Yeah,
They're just like say mean shit.
I think maybe it's different with guys sometimes because like I have friends that I have literally physically fought.
Oh really?
Yeah.
And you're still friends with?
Like back from high school, yeah. Like high school and college, like we've been in fights.
Wait.
Or at least been like drunk and like being held back from each other from like.
Well, that's the thing is I never drink, so it really never gets to that point for me. But like I've had the last time I even had like Andrew and I will.
You guys fight.
You
guys were fighting on my podcast.
Yeah, we will fight to the point where somebody watching it would be like, "Oh, I think these guys are about to like."
Oh really?
Yeah, like we were like sitting out by his fire one time, and it's always about things that we have like zero, like when you from the outside perspective, it's like, why are these guys? It's like us arguing about like the space program or something, or like we need to be like, you're a fucking idiot.
Nuclear fission. Yeah. No, you guys were on this podcast like a month ago, and Andrew was insulting your father's service, and you like were losing. And I thought I was like,
mad.
I was trying to change the subject.
No, I think it's like a release. Me and Andrew have a similar release where it's like it's helpful. It's unhealthy, but it is helpful to get that argument out. Like we always have a better time if we like argue early on, and then we're like both kind of in a good mood afterwards. Yeah. It's a sickness. I don't know.
Yeah.
There, I think it's personality based because there was a friend that I don't talk to that much, and she likes to argue the idea of something, whether or not she completely believes it.
Well, that's contrarian.
She's a contrarian,
it's like you say, I think this, and Andrew does that with me. I don't think he does that with everybody.
Yeah, and she and I have gotten, but I'm a horrible arguer because then I just break down in tears. I can't handle it.
That's a great way to win a fucking argument.
No, I don't win.
You just make awful. Everybody feel like shit for having engaged.
Yeah, I don't do well.
That's the easiest way to win an argument with me. Is just crying. Anyone crying is like it touches something in me, and I just immediately I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Liz has pulled it a couple times with the tears in an argument, and it's like there's no coming back.
You've never. I don't think you would ever cry, but I've seen you get you a great sad face. Oh. It's like very clear.
Do I really?
Yeah, it's very clear you've made Eric sad.
Or I've made myself
or
sad.
You've made yourself. But in times where I feel like I've crossed lines with you, I've had moments where I go, it does like trigger that in me. I go, oh, okay, like this is...
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't do a sad face.
No,
Say something to upset me.
No. What is going on
here?
I'm
just kidding. No. We don't gotta do that.
But I don't do it to win. It's just that I think my brain gets so like fucked up, and then I'm just like, like, and then I start crying.
Yeah. Is it like? Would you say like maybe conflict averse?
Yes, I'm very conflict averse. I hate conflict.
Yeah,
But maybe you all are more comfortable in it.
I think I just grew up. I think I just grew up in it.
I think we.
No, I feel like I'm not that.
I grew up in a
conflict
house, so it was like that's just like how. Like to me, it was like very normal. But it depends on what your conflict was like, because conflict can be you get ignored. That's like a really rough one. Like I've seen people. It's like they grew up in a house where it's like if you cross a line, you kind of get like shut down and ignored, and it's like to that. But for my house, it was just yelling. Like you definitely and it would all like stupid arguments is like what I grew up with.
Yeah.
They're like anything about the government, anything about that is like instant. Like I'm gonna say the opposite of you because I'm like I need this fight release.
Yeah, I remember we had some real political ones. I was on the phone with my dad recently. He was saying how like I never really got into politics. Just like he's like, I support certain politicians, but like I never gave money. That was never an important thing. And I was like, I had a fucking signed picture of George Bush above my bed when I was like fucking 6. What are you talking about? Like you were so political when I was a kid.
Political. You're in the army. That is the most political thing you can do.
Your dad was in the army.
My dad was in the army for 24 years.
The most political thing you could do.
You think I don't think the army's
to serve the military branch of a government.
That's not necessarily political. That's people. The reason people join is not political. You can say that the thing they're doing is a arm of a politician.
A certain level of there's no way. Obviously, like 18-year-olds joining, I'm sure they have no like whatever they're joining for is.
Well, most people that join the army are between the ages of 18 to 22,
and they just need
most
money.
of them.
And it's like they need money and a career. And then, but I do think like. So you're right. I guess everybody joins at that point.
Yeah, I think people. I think people.
But your dad stayed in it, and I would be like, there's a level of. I don't know. I guess it's interesting to me. I don't know. I think that there's something about you. It's that
I think people outside of it view it as political based on what's going on in the world. Like having grown up around people in the military, a lot of them are conservative, especially a lot of the guys. I was on fucking military post, and like my dad was an officer, so I was talking to like the commanding. I knew like a lot of people went to West Point and shit like that, so they were like very conservative. But when they were talking about their army shit, they weren't talking about politics. They were talking about like the positioning of tanks by the border of Ukraine. Like they're very like mission focused. Yeah. So I don't think they are. I think it attracts maybe a certain type of person, but I don't think they're objectively joining for political reasons. I think it's just like it's like, I don't know, you see a fucking flag waving that either does something to you or it doesn't. And for some people they go, I gotta fucking grab one of those flags, put it on the arm. That's the person my dad was. My dad told me he wanted to be in the army when he was like, his dad took him to a football game at West Point when he was like 9. And he saw he saw a statue of the guys carrying the flag, and he was like, I'm fucking going here, and worked his whole childhood to get the grades to go there.
I didn't know what I wanted to do till I was like 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I guess I was around that too.
He took me to a game when I was a kid. It didn't work. I did not want to go.
Yeah, because you saw your dad as a person. So it's like, the thing. It's like you're witnessing the career and the person, and you're like, I don't know. I don't want to be that.
I do very much, it sounds corny to say, but like having grown up in it, like there was times where I was like, man, fuck the army. These fucking douchebags. Like just when I was mad at my dad, I'd feel that way. But like now as I'm older, I'm like, I do really appreciate like how hard it is to have made that decision, because it was hard for me being in that family and moving around a bunch, and I was encouraged to make that decision. I never was like, no.
I saw a great photo like this week that was of one of Bin Laden's sons, and he's goth.
No.
Yeah. Come on. Are you serious?
Yeah, and he looks amazing. I mean, it's like...
where's he live? Yeah. Probably like in London.
Oh, yeah. They all live like in Europe and America.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they still live in America for a while. They lived here, but they have no relationship to him.
Is he pro-Laden?
I'm sure he does not talk about it at all. He's into goth, and that's probably
He's a goth.
Yeah, his girlfriend, wife was in the photo too. Just a goth couple. And
I gotta see that photo.
It's great. It's very funny.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, I probably would do that too. Like, what's your options?
Been gothin'.
Yeah.
I saw a goth yesterday walking in the sun like this. I was like, oh.
It's like goth during the day is
I was like, you need an umbrella, lady.
It kind of feels like
so funny.
I guess I just kind of thought like goth went away a little bit.
No.
Like I thought like when My Chemical Romance stopped touring, that was the end of it.
No, goth I
thought it hit its peak, and then it's been...
There's goth nightclubs people go to out here.
Yeah.
Well,
I lived near...
Are those goth nightclubs, or is that... a different kind of fun nightclub?
Oh, you think of like a leather club or something? No, there's goth nightclubs. Like I lived in Brooklyn in Greenpoint. I lived next to a metal
Oh yeah, that one.
It was. I always wanted to go, but I was like very intimidating.
Okay, but there's no. Okay, hang on. There's goth clubs, and then there's leather sex party clubs.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's
if this is what I'm saying, if maybe it's different, but if they were right next to each other, and like one closed at 10 and another one opened at 10:30,
No.
I feel like at 10:15,
No,
you would
you're just
see an entire group of
when
people.
When you're saying
go.
like leather club, like sex club, you're talking about guys wearing like full leather, like overalls,
Masks.
Like goth is like jeans with like a leather jacket.
I'm saying, I
black
think-
leather
I'm-
jacket,
It's more
eyeshadow.
music-y, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm saying I think there's a decent amount of bleed through between those two.
You think so? I don't
yeah.
think so. But my general take on like people who love like metal and like dark music is my general experience has been they're like
Every time I've made love to somebody that likes Led Zeppelin, they make love like a fucking milquetoast.
no, I just think like in general they're like the nicest, chillest people I've some of the
That
nicest,
is-
chillest people I've met listen to like the most rage fueled or most depressing sounding
I guess so. Yeah.
music.
Yeah, but I think some of the people into the kinkiest sex stuff are probably like that too.
Probably.
I'm revealing a lot about myself.
Yeah.
But let's say this. I think that
How many leather clubs have you been to?
I've never been to a club. It's too
You would
scary.
love it.
I don't think I would love it. I get too hot. I don't want to be in a mask.
My brother's into leather.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was on a magazine in my brother's gay and
He's
he
in a
was on
magazine?
he was in a magazine in Germany on the cover.
Gay
What?
leather.
Gay
On the
leather.
cover?
Gay leather magazine.
Yeah, I believe it was in Berlin. He was like,
Wow.
yeah, and he goes to leather events all the time, and it's not goth. It's definitely, it is a
They're
big
not listening
difference.
to Sum 41 on the way there.
I get that's not goth.
That's
Some
not
for-
God. No, it's punk rock.
Yeah, well, goth has changed. Like goth is now, I would say, is like more emo music, but like goth in
Yeah.
the which I feel like started in the 80s, was like The Cure was like kind of gothy.
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff. Like, saddy, stuff. But then also there's this bleed from like heavy metal into goth kind of style that I've
Black
seen.
metal stuff.
Yeah.
But is that goth? I don't really know the definition. I have a real general idea of it.
Do you like metal?
No.
What's your music?
I don't singer songwriter kind of like guys usually like
What?
No, I know. So I'm gonna guess it like
Singer
yeah,
songwriter guys.
like Father John Misty or
yeah. You wanna
like rocker
Soof John Stevenson or whatever.
What are you guys talking about?
Stevens.
like
Stuff.
Jack Johnson, right?
no, not Jack.
No.
No.
Well,
I
he's
don't-
very
like
light.
rock. I like country, like old country-ish.
Ooh, you do.
Okay,
I
so like-
country.
old
What's the guys that they're always in fields playing banjos?
Oh no, I don't.
They're like,
Bluegrass?
and
no, that shit's like
Okay,
that's
not
too
that.
much. No,
do you like Conway Twitty?
Oh yeah, Conway Twitty's
Love
cool.
Conway Twitty.
I like Loretta Lynn.
Oh yeah,
I don't know, just
can't-
like random. I have like random music choices.
that's pretty
Okay.
amazing. Is that
it-
Southern California thing? Because there is country out here. Like they
Graham
do have big.
Parsons
Yeah.
or- I don't know
I
why.
haven't heard any of these people.
Well, it's old country, like 70s. Like
Okay,
I don't know.
Did you not live? You don't? Did your parents not listen to country?
not at all.
Wait,
My
where-
mom was big into country. She grew up in Minnesota, but I guess it was popular in Midwest too.
Yeah, my mom likes country.
yeah,
she's
I
from Hong
love it.
Kong. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite songs are
My
country songs.
so my mom listened to a lot of like just like top 20 alternatives. So like I was
Alternative?
not even alternative, just like hits.
Leather Club stuff.
Leather Club. No, like we would sing like I have like a memory of being in the car driving home with my mom when I was in Louisiana, and we were singing "Where Have All the Cowboys Gone." You know that song where it's like
Yeah.
Doo-doo.
Cole.
Paula
What's her
Cole.
name?
Paula Cole.
Yeah.
My dad when he was in Haiti, his song that would make him think about his family was Melissa Etheridge's "Come to My Window."
Wait, what?
Come to my window.
A lesbian love song.
Call inside. Wait, it's a good song. It's a beautiful song.
It's
Why
a
are you fucking
wonderful
laughing? This is my dad's song while he served this country.
Your dad's song was a gay anthem.
Yeah, well, I don't care. It's a great song. I love that song.
It's
It's
a
a great
wonderful
song.
song.
It's a wonderful song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That song.
But that's like I think that's what
that song was dominating. I mean, there was
Oh,
like
it was on
certain songs I
everything.
remember from my childhood being like all I have to do is turn on the radio, count to like 10, and flip through the stations, and that's all on one of them. It's just crazy.
It's kind of crazy when you think about how big some of those people were, and then how, like, I don't know, like I was listening to Michelle Branch recently.
Yeah.
And like,
really?
I don't know why. Like, I think I was like Googling the Black Keys.
Oh yeah,
and I was like, oh, he's married to her, and they had like a big. But they're back together though.
They're back together.
They're back together, as of like a couple months ago. This is the whole thing I went on. Yeah, we don't have to talk about, or we could. I don't care.
Don't.
They're not fucking watching. He cheated on her, I think, while she's pregnant. And then she like hit him with a frying pan, and then they were gonna fight. Holy shit! And then he was gonna like take her to court for like Sylvester the catting him. and then I guess he was like, hey, why don't we not do this and just try to be together?
Why don't
and then there's a photo of them like 2 months ago, like at an award, like they're getting back together, they're working it out. Well, they got a kid.
I feel like once they
got a kid.
Yeah, I guess
they have 2 kids now. Now they have 2 kids.
The frying pan though, classic.
I kind of made up the frying pan, but I think she did.
I like that detail.
I kind of libeled myself.
No, I'm just kidding. She didn't do that. But anyway, that was
what happened.
I don't fucking know.
Was there any physical violence?
I think he said there was physical violence.
I think he charged.
He really was going to charge.
Yeah. So that's why I said
frying pan is funny.
Frying pan is
like insane.
It's funny of a.
If it's not a cast iron pan, that would hurt.
If it's
but you can't. Cast iron pans are heavy. That would be a hard weapon to.
No, you could hurt someone.
No, of course, but I'm saying like you're trying to like attack somebody with like
you could kill somebody.
It's not like a good design for an attack. There's so many better kitchen weapons to attack somebody with.
Yeah, like a knife.
I think if I pulled it
knife,
over my head,
but even like for clunking, like a pot is better than a.
Nah, man. If you've got the jump on somebody, you can catch them with a cast iron back of the skull.
You're like back of the skull. Like, okay, if I'm sitting on the couch,
that's damage.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah,
but you really could. I'm pretty strong. I can lift. I'm just kidding.
Whoa, look at her.
No, I'm just kidding.
The only reason I think cast or frying pan came to mind was because of cartoons. But cartoons, it wouldn't. Cartoons, it wouldn't have been funny if it was like. It was Sylvester and Tweety, right?
Yeah.
That were fighting. If they had like a fucking knife and were just like sneaking up like that isn't funny. It loses, like, it's funnier. The frying pan is just funny because it makes a funnier sound when you hit somebody.
But it does. That's the thing. We grew up thinking that like violent sounds had like a specific sound. Like the first time you see somebody get punched in the face or hear what it really, it just sounds like a slap. Like it doesn't have like like I thought because of movies it had like this bassy like thud, you know,
like a Batman movie.
It sounds the same as somebody
Shaklank.
Slapping something. Yeah, shaklank.
Well, back in the day in LA, before you watched a movie, they had this LA Times. Well, I'm really aging myself, but they had this LA Times Foley thing where the sound effects behind movies. And for the MTV Music Awards, Ben Stiller and Janine Garofalo did a version of it, and it's so funny. I wish I could find it.
I want to see that.
Bad Foley artist?
So funny.
So they did a sketch like that on American or Human Giant, where it was, I can't remember, Rob whatever, one of the 3 guys.
Hubel.
Yeah, Rob Hubel was a bad Foley artist.
So funny.
And it's like, he was a serial killer. So he was like murdering people, and then it was like, and then they showed like it's a movie where a guy's walking up a gravel parkway, and the Foley art is just somebody going like, no, it's so fucking funny. But now I'm thinking it's maybe it's a borrowed creative interpretation,
maybe influenced by it a bit. Yeah. Ben Stiller is so fucking funny. He did. Remember when they did something about Mary? I think it was during the Oscars. They did a great bit where they because remember somebody gets like bit. He gets like bit on his dick by the dog. I think it's something about Mary.
No, it's caught in his zipper.
Ugh.
His dick gets caught.
No, there's something
in his
with
zipper.
a dog. So I'm forgetting which movie it is. Maybe it was.
There's a dog.
I think there's a dog biting somebody's like on the balls in that movie, and it's like so poorly done. That's like part of what makes it funny. It's like very clearly fake. But then like for the Oscars, they pretended like it was the most intricate. They were like, we're going to bring out the team of like special effects artists. And it's like 100 people come out. They pretend it was like the most intricately planned thing when it's just like clearly like a stuffed animal taped to somebody's crotch.
Did you guys see that movie Strays?
No. What's that?
No, you told me you would have made a better ending.
We would have made a better ending.
What's Strays?
It's a movie
You
where
don't want to
there's
spoil it, but
spoiler alert.
yeah.
It's a movie that came out that went like straight to video. It's Will Ferrell's a dog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We
Looks
thought
like it'd be fun.
it looks like it would be fun. I'm sure, like, I can't. This is Hollywood. I can't shit on a movie.
I thought you were done with Hollywood.
Oh, that's good. This movie fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And the whole point, they're building up to like
Becky and I have to pretend like we have zero opinions on all of this stuff.
the whole movie is building to a dog that's going to bite off Will Forte's dick, and then he does it, and you don't see it. And I'm like, that would be the funny part, is to see the dick in the dog's mouth and like tightening and loosening, and then like Will Forte could be like, drop it. Like, there's just so many funny things that could have happened.
Yeah.
And it's just, they just fucking.
And with Will Forte, you would imagine you'd just be like, okay, so for this scene, your dog bit your dick off. Just go. We'll record you for like 15 minutes.
Yes.
And it'll be
Instead
hilarious.
it's like a slow motion montage. It's like, they just fucking, I don't know. Will Forte is one of the funniest people in the world. Watching him improvise getting his dick bitten off would have been hilarious. Huge missed opportunity.
He's funny.
This episode of the podcast brought to you by Strays. Please let your microphone have not been working the whole time.
No.
That would be amazing.
That would not be amazing. That would fucking suck.
No.
We'll listen to it.
I would. I'm nervous.
Oh, no.
man.
What do you think? How long was that hanging off?
I really don't know.
All right.
But then I feel like I've seen the levels bounce.
Yeah, I mean,
I saw the levels bouncing. I was checking because you are quiet talking.
You will definitely
But I was seeing him go up.
Yeah.
So I'm sure. You're in the shot. You'll just sound like a distant. This is what I don't want to do. I don't want to fucking sit there on my MacBook.
Oh, no.
And every
Don't
time
do
you
that.
talk,
Yeah.
go.
No, do what they do. Here's what they do on podcasts is even the like professional ones. Like I've heard them do this. When something fucks up, they just make an announcement before the podcast and they go, just so you know, audio's pretty fucked up here. Like, but you know, and then at least people know that it's not like their headphones or something that's making it.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
I tell you what,
I hope it's not. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. Don't worry about it. Rob's giving good advice right now. Yeah. Can I tell you some bad advice Rob gave me recently for my podcast? He was like, why don't you get people from your favorite TV shows on the podcast? Like, oh yeah, yes, I haven't thought about that. I haven't thought about just asking famous people to come on and come hang out in my fucking house.
Who's someone famous?
I don't know.
Who would you get on the,
I would get whoever's on Special Forces right now. I'm watching.
Tara Reid?
She's off.
Wait, what's special?
It's this show on Fox. Comes on after The Masked Singer. And it's celebrity. It's like B, not even B, like fucking C celebrities are going through special forces training.
Oh, that's right.
It's actually pretty fucking.
That sounds fun.
It's actually pretty compelling. It is. It's hard. Like,
yeah, I mean,
Meredith
is like
seriously getting
intense.
hurt.
Yeah, Meredith started watching it. And
it's pretty. It's good. Yeah. And then my wife has pulled me into Golden Bachelor. And I'm pretending not to like it, but I can't stop thinking
Wait, did the
about
last one play it?
We're only 2 episodes in.
Okay.
Everybody loves
But I can't fucking, I mean, these ladies. What's funny is, like, I guess, like, they have, like, a sad story every time, like, on the show. Liz was like, there's always somebody whose fiance was eaten by bees a week before their wedding or something. And there's one person with a really sad story. But everybody on this show is, like, fucking 70. So, just by virtue of being alive for 70 years, like, your life has had tragedies. So I'm like, they can't do the sad part of the show this season because everybody's got a dead husband or a dead kid or something. It's like they don't have enough, like, sad royalty-free music.
Yeah, it's less sad when you're like,
the show.
I was married for 65 years and they passed away.
Fucking love of their life for 50 years is dead, and that's why
they have to just list every dog that's died throughout their life.
No.
But I don't know.
It's better, though, because the young people are just like, I don't know, just like,
No, these ladies have some fucking.
stuff.
They got some dirt under their fingernails. I'm rooting for all of them.
And they know how to fuck. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's good to know that no matter how old you are,
That's like a real problem.
You can
in Florida. They were saying that in the old folks' homes.
Why is it? I know what you're going to say, but I don't see why it's a problem.
Oh, they're getting STDs.
Well, because they STDs. No, you're right. I mean, but it is like it is. I mean, you know.
Okay, if I'm 80 years old and I have a choice to not fuck or have syphilis.
Yeah, but you can also just get it.
Sign
Like
me
here,
up.
they don't like go to the
Syphilis.
doctor and
I don't know
tell
why I
them
went
about it.
syphilis.
That one's the worst one.
Yes,
Is that the worst one? I don't know.
Dude, it like eats your brain.
That one's not a good one.
Well, I'm already 80, right? I feel like...
I guess at that
That's
point,
fair.
I mean, that's the part of it.
What are the...
I mean, every time you go to have sex, when you're past like 60, is like, could be heart attack.
You're taking your life in your hands.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Probably. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I feel like that could be true now.
100%. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes when it's, I'm like, when it's real good, I'm like, ticker's still going. Like,
Well, I told you I had my ab cramp.
Oh, your ab cramp. You did
an
tell me
ab
that.
cramp.
I used to get crazy foot cramps after I would jizz them. I would get.
That's the best thing about that is you go, oh my God, and then you go, I.
Like I'm walking on hot coals.
Like you have to, yeah.
No, I would get crazy jism cramps in my right heel, not my heel, like the middle part,
It's
the
like
arch.
a dog thing. You like, are you like move your leg? Like
Is that like a circulation thing?
It was. I think it was a potassium deficiency.
Oh, you
I started
gotta-
eating.
You gotta have a banana before you get to work.
I did start eating way more bananas. There was a point in New York where I was eating like 2 bananas a day just to make sure my feet wouldn't hurt after fucking. It did work.
God.
It did work. It did work. All right, good note. We should probably close it out soon. We're approaching an hour.
yeah, and that probably wasn't
Look at
recorded.
this day. It's so beautiful.
It is nice. I like recording the podcast this hour because I feel
This is
like
a great time to record.
it's the
back.
you told because I had you and Meredith on.
Yeah.
Meredith, his wife. When you guys were on,
blonde model lady.
when I had you guys on, it was this time, or it was early. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning, but I feel like everybody was alert. But then I've had people on at like 10:30 at night, and they're falling asleep, and it's like
I
the
get
energy's
sleep.
low.
8 p.m. is good now because I can record for 1 hour. Like now that I've gotten it to, so I can record my podcast for 1 hour, it's good. But yeah, there was
Yeah,
times
you used to have
when
us on for some
I was
marathon
learning how to
podcasts.
do it, and so I'd have people on for like 2 hours because I was like, I might have to edit. I didn't know what I was doing,
And you'd be like, "This is part of the show." Is that what you told? Do you know Brad Stoll? Brad Stoll. Brad Stoll and I would come on this show. I miss Brad. I say it
know
every
you do.
show.
You
I'm
miss
missing Brad.
Yeah.
But he would bring me.
you know
in-
what we got to put on?
who?
Come to my window,
Oh, it's.
Brad Stoll.
I want to make it clear. I'm not making fun of my dad's music taste at all. I fucking love that song.
Yeah, he listens to this.
My dad does listen to this.
Okay.
Dad.
Oh, really?
Hey, Mr. Hellwig.
Hey, what's going on?
hi.
I think he listens. I think he begrudgingly listens. My mom listens and calls with notes. She's like, you talked about your penis way too much this last
Oh, my
episode.
God.
I'll be like, well, it's much more horrifying now hearing it from you.
That's on her. I mean, you're listening to your son's comedy podcast.
She's just a fan.
yeah.
She's a fan.
That's sweet.
Yeah. What was I about to say though?
Oh, what were you talking
I
about?
don't know. It doesn't.
Brad Stoll.
Brad
No.
Stoll. Oh no, he used to have us. He would bring us onto his show, and we'd be there. We'd be like an hour and 45 minutes into recording, and we're like, I'm delirious at this. I don't know what I'm saying. Like we're doing bits. I'm like going in and out of character. I'm yelling at Rob. I'm like. And Rob's like, this is what the podcast is. It's I drive my guest insane. So that
There are, I mean, one of the best episodes. There are some great episodes where you
the
lose your
Christmas
mind.
episode.
Christmas episode is pretty great.
There's a Christmas
I tell
episode where
everybody
he came. He was you. Who? What character were you?
I was Jack Frost.
He was
and I couldn't decide on my accent.
So we would
'cause I
start the podcast,
Yeah.
go like 10 minutes in, and then go, we have to start over. This accent's not
can't
right.
keep the accent up for that long.
So you restarted
it over?
restarted the podcast like 4 times, and
And then I started joking that I was restarting the podcast. I think multiple
yeah, and
times
like
throughout the podcast.
Brad almost walked
Yeah,
out.
Brad was like, "I will kill you."
Yeah, it was very funny.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
good time.
you should. That's your Patreon episode. Is you just release the whole unedited. Do you still have the whole like unedited
yeah,
versions?
Yeah, Yeah,
there you go.
no, we'll see.
There you go.
Yeah, that'll be.
And then him walking out. I'm just kidding.
He's not walking out, but threatening to walk out.
Yeah.
You have so much stuff from comedy that you've made that is sitting on a hard drive because you're like worried people will not like it being out there. But I'm like, the Rob Stern library of comedy.
I've gotten better about just putting out.
Okay.
I don't edit the podcast anymore. I just accept that, like, as long as in the moment I'm like acknowledging if something made me uncomfortable, I feel comfortable putting it out. I mean, for the most part, like,
I'm thinking of like your Overload the Machine episodes.
Yeah.
Did you ever?
No,
you were
I
in
feel
New York.
weird. Here's why I don't put this out. I feel weird putting it out because these are people who, at this point, it would be like, I don't know. I'm going to put it out with the Patreon. What you said, I think, is the right way. I go, you can listen to.
So, famous people.
This is what this.
Famous now.
This is what it is. Rob has podcasts from 10 years ago with very famous people.
Oh.
And he doesn't want to put it out because he's like, they might feel weird that he's putting it out now.
Well, and I'm friends with some of them still.
Yeah.
And it's a thing of like, I'm putting out something that like you know, putting it out. Nobody expects you to put out something that you made 13 years ago now and be, like, not give.
Is it Charlize Theron?
Yeah, Charlize Theron. It's
George Clooney.
George Clooney.
If you had recorded a podcast called like Becky and her gals, and it's you and it's you and Melissa Joan Rivers. And it's been 12 years, but you still had it right now.
Weird choice.
Ready
Melissa
to go.
Joan Rivers?
What's wrong with Melissa Joan Rivers?
Wait, who's that? You think Melissa Rivers and then Melissa Joan Hart?
No. I think Melissa Rivers, her name is Melissa Joan Rivers.
No way.
I don't think
it's Joan Rivers' daughter.
Oh.
I would say Google it. Don't.
Because you're wrong.
People at home.
Definitely wrong.
No, I'm not wrong.
This is 100%
This is not
wrong.
a fucking
I won't look
U.S.
it up,
Army
but
Corps of Engineers
is there?
scenario.
Okay.
I'm fucking right. Melissa Joan Rivers.
But
It's not that. It's
would
not
I
that.
feel
Anyway,
weird
so, yeah.
if it came out?
Would you put it? No. Would you put it out?
The least, like, that's not.
What? Yeah, I would put it
Well, I
out.
could pick another female celebrity. I'm trying to protect you and your friend.
Well, no, but it's not. I don't
I'd
care.
put it
Like
out.
about
Melissa Joan Rivers could deal with this shit.
Yeah.
Don't get too hung up on Melissa Joan Rivers, who also I don't think is a real person. The more I say it, it's definitely not. I think it's just Melissa Rivers.
And then there's Melissa Joan Hart.
If you had a podcast with a friend of yours who's now very successful, would you release it now?
I might not. But also, I'm also very,
I think Becky and I are similar.
like, a little scared of
yeah, we worry about people's feelings.
I worry about that.
Yeah. We don't want people to be upset and
Yeah.
not like us, even if they wouldn't care.
Yeah, I'm a people pleaser. It's
Yeah.
a
Do you
it's a
have people,
problem.
Becky, do you have people in your life who you've realized like 10 years later, you're like, yeah, they wouldn't have given a shit if I had just like asked them for this thing?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Something to think about.
I'm terrified of everyone. I know it's bad. Right, because we all know people at this point who are famous. Like,
Yeah.
No, I struggle to ask like people, like close family members, to borrow stuff, or whatever. It's like,
yeah.
I think I'm getting better at asking for stuff.
Yeah?
I think I am getting better at it.
I'm slowly getting better at it, and it's mostly just an acceptance that I may die soon. So I'm just like, I'm going to be like, this is and also I've lived long enough to know that you really do not forget, but like things that you feel would be embarrassing. I've lived long enough to know that like you feel like it's going to be embarrassing. Then years later, you're like, that's not an embarrassing thing. Like,
Yeah.
It's that same thing with like photos, right? We all think we look terrible. And then 20 years later, you're like, look fucking great.
I know.
Yeah. It's the worst.
I saw a photo of me in high school. My wife thinks I have some body issues. I think she might be right. But like, yeah, I do. All right, great. Well, we don't have to fucking get into it. Just I wasn't trying to dig. Yeah, we don't got to dive into the deep end.
Okay.
So no, it was like a photo of me in high school when I was on the crew team, and I remember in my head thinking
crew,
like,
wow.
I was thinking like, oh yeah, I was kind of like I carried a lot of weight in high school. I didn't feel great about my body. I looked at a photo.
You look like
myself.
Zac Efron.
I fucking look like.
Eric's a good looking kid. You're a good looking guy.
I was a very good looking kid, and I was in high school. I was in incredible shape.
I remember back doing improv, and there were a number of I shouldn't say this because Liz will be
What? Let's hear it.
No, I'm saying I remember there were girls who had crushes on you.
Really?
Yeah.
Name them.
No, I'm not going to name them. I'll tell you off the podcast.
Really? That's fascinating.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
I
One of them was like pretty open about it.
I didn't really hook up with people at the pit though. I felt weird about it.
because you'd see them.
No, because it was like I was a teacher there for a while, and I didn't think that was cool. This is, by the way, this is pre Me Too. I was like, not cool.
That's
Don't
smart.
fuck your students.
I think that's
I was
fair.
So many people from the pit. I mean, improv in general, but so many of them married students.
Yeah.
Like there are a number of and good relationships.
I
So
know.
there's something to it.
To me, it always felt weird because, like, you know, as a teacher, you're like I don't know. You're like playing with people's emotions as a teacher. Like you're like it's like
you're
an
in
acting
you're in a
class.
power position.
Yeah,
But
it's I guess even in power position, it's like it's not like I'm like a fucking history teacher. Like people are like getting emotional in class because I'm telling them to do stuff. So then to be like afterwards, be like, hey, it was pretty fun. What do you say we go get a drink and your fake improv grade doesn't depend on it? Wink, wink. It's just weird. But, like, there were so many people fucking every student.
Yes.
And I don't know.
Not
like,
just the pit, UCB, everywhere.
yeah,
Not to name
I never
names.
got into that.
also in regular schools that have
in
nothing to do with
schools.
comedy.
Yeah, that's
Like
fair.
in colleges and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, everywhere.
definitely.
Yeah, I just-
Professor student is like it's like a role play people do.
Ooh. High school, too, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Let's not go there. That's dark. That's dark. Let's back that.
Yeah.
Boop, 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 beep, boop, beep.
Oh, no, that's the go forward button. Oh, no.
Mary Kay Letourneau.
Wait,
Was
I'm
she
sorry.
which one was she? Was she
She's
the teacher?
Joan Rivers' daughter.
Shut up.
It's not. Melissa. I know Melissa Joan Hart, who that is.
Melissa River
I know
Phoenix.
Melissa Rivers. All right. Did we already say goodbye?
That's a good-looking guy.
River Phoenix?
River Phoenix.
He was a fucking...
yeah.
That was a good-looking guy.
He
It's
was
unfortunate.
He was my childhood. Yeah.
I'm so excited to hear who wanted to fuck me. Let's get out of here. Rob, where can people find you?
Check out,
online?
just type in The Rob Stern Show, and you'll find everything on Google or just at The Rob Stern on all social media.
Any episodes in particular that they should check out?
Listen to every episode of Becky and Leah together.
Yeah,
They're hilarious.
I'm just kidding.
It's so funny. Eric's on some episodes too. So
You skipped us. But check out theirs. I have listened to your. That's why I had you on the. I thought you were so funny
Oh, we
on.
had so much fun.
Becky's very funny.
Thank you.
You're very funny.
Where should people find you online?
Oh, I guess just I don't really post that much, but on Instagram, I guess I don't have anything else going on.
Which is good because it's not. That doesn't mean anything in comedy right now.
What?
Well, it's good too that you're
Instagram.
not posting on social media.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I do have a special with 2 other people. It's called Thruple on YouTube.
Called Thruple on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's
So,
great.
15 minutes of my stand-up.
You don't post a bunch of crowd work.
I should. Like that guy. I started watching his special. I won't mention his name, but I was like, this guy's awful. But anyway.
Everybody knows who you're talking about.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Everybody
No,
knows.
I'm sorry.
knows. No, he's being literal. I have never
think he's
seen more hate for someone. It's been a long
I don't
time.
hate him.
I don't think he's
But
that.
he is getting like, it's over the load. It's like
Well,
this is
yeah,
a deep
I don't
hatred
hate-
for something that is just he's doing what
Yeah.
not like I don't know.
He's fine.
I mean, we can just name him. No, we don't have to.
Yeah.
But no, I think it is weird because it's like
Yeah.
I watch his clips. I'm like, they're just like crowd work clips, and he's that ladies like him. It's like, is it like jealous? Is it like jealousy or something?
No, but I'm a woman, and I don't find him. Well, he's too young. He looks like he could be my son. Like he's not
Yeah.
attractive to me, though.
Yeah, we're talking about Matt Rife because
Yeah.
this is insane.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I mean, we're really going to
But I
pretend.
No, but like
Yeah.
to me, I'm like he's done nothing to be hated.
No, he's not hated.
No,
It
he's
feels like-
getting.
I know you
this
don't.
is-
I'm
this
saying-
feels to me the same. It's like the Dane
It's
Cook
Dane Cook.
treatment.
It's Dane
the
Cook.
thing where you're like, are you mad because he's literally? I mean, he's made more money in comedy than like anyone this past year. It's
Wow,
crazy.
Yeah,
did
yeah.
he? Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Fucking, it's insane.
Dane Cook
Yes,
too.
there's like there's
Yeah.
girls at my job who they go like, "Oh, you do comedy?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, I do a little." Do you know Matt Rife?
Yeah,
I'm
they
like,
like
yeah,
him
I
a
fucking
lot.
know him.
Yeah.
He's a good close friend.
Wait, maybe you should have him on.
Yeah, you should have Matt Rife on.
That's a good idea,
I wonder
Rob.
if people are reaching out to him for podcasts.
Way to pretend like that wasn't your exact
That was
suggestion.
my exact suggestion.
Have you thought about getting...
Well, because here's the thing. Eric and I will both do this.
Have you thought about getting better guests? No, it never occurred to me that more people would listen
Eric
to the podcast.
and I both do this. We will call each other in like moments of like sweaty desperation, being like, I think I figured it out. The number of things Eric told me to do on social media that were the worst ideas. I demolished my social media because of Eric.
Yeah,
I like it.
He told me to do things that were we were.
He got mad at me for telling him to post stand-up clips, so then he impulse deleted his entire Instagram
I go
page.
back. I have that.
Did you archive it or did you delete it?
I don't know. I don't care. It really doesn't matter. I mean, it really doesn't. It's all of this is.
I mean, that's of course any conversation you're ever having with anybody, even if it does matter, you could say it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's like
in the lens of history, nothing will matter.
The only thing
this
that
planet
matters
won't
are
exist.
Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior.
I'm glad we
right,
did.
Becky. And what else, Eric?
That's really all.
Army football.
Can I tell you? Nah, I'll tell you something when we get off. You tell me who thought I was hot.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this story about my nieces and nephews.
Those are two weird stories to come.
Well, they're not. They're not related to each other. I just don't. It's not something I want to say on the
that
podcast.
was very.
Well, it's not
strange.
that. It's. Oh, you're
That was
right. That is a
upsetting.
terrible. You're right. That was upsetting.
Yeah.
But I didn't mean it like that.
I know. Everyone knows.
This will not be in the podcast. We already said goodbye.
Oh, we did. That's right.
Okay.
Trust me.
I'm
no
still
one will
holding
ever
the
hear
microphone.
this. No one will hear me say, you tell me who wanted to fuck me. I'll tell you about my nieces and nephews. You gotta keep this in. No.
It's so funny.
No.
Yeah. It's
No,
bad.
this is cut. This is Cut Town.
It's Cut Down. The old Cut Down.
Welcome to Cut Town. Population this. Guys, this is wait, let's give it a nice break so I can't cut easily.
Becky, do you have any stand-up dates?
No.
Stop producing my podcast.
Wait, ask me if I have any stand-up dates.
No.
Okay.
Do you have any?
Do you have stand-up dates?
No.
I have stand-up day. I have a stand-up show
where?
tonight.
Where?
I'm doing the Hollywood Roosevelt. It's at,
Oh, dang.
Josh Edelman's show.
How
That's why I
fun.
bought the suit, because you need like a suit.
You have to wear a suit? Oh.
You have to wear it's like a fancy show, and then I'm going to the Magic Castle in a week, and you have to have a suit for that too.
Yeah, Magic Castle's amazing.
I'm excited for Magic Castle.
You're doing some LA, like Hollywood stuff.
It is some.
Have you been to Magic Castle?
No.
You have to get invited. We got invited from Liz's boss.
Well, I'm friends with a magician now.
You are?
I am.
Oh, get in
So I
there.
have a hookup.
Get some friends.
Who's your hookup?
Get some friends in.
John Accardo, amazing magician, wonderful guy. And check him out, John Accardo.
I don't really like magicians.
You would love
to be
this guy.
honest. I
He's
don't
a-
like being fooled. I don't like
sweet-
being tricked.
Sweet, great, brilliant man.
I don't think I would like him.
You would like him a lot.
I really don't enjoy the presence of magicians.
You would like him a lot.
I don't think it's fun.
He's very funny.
to just
very
be like,
sweet.
"Ooh, is this your card?" Like,
That's
yeah,
not what he's not. What do you think?
Fuck
You think
you.
we're like hanging? When I hang out with John, we're like sitting around,
but they
and
fucking
he's
know
like, "Oh, is this your fork?" And I'm like,
Listen,
"You took my
can
fork,
never,
man."
You trust them as you trust a fucking magician.
I trust
These
John.
are lonely people who
No,
can't find
he's a
love
sweet-
because they can't fucking.
He's got a wonderful
David
girlfriend.
Blaine.
He's
They won't get married. I'm telling you right now, you can't.
You're gonna meet this guy. Like,
Yeah, I'll say it to his face.
I believe you've already met him.
I fucking hate magicians. I don't like that they know shit. I don't like that they can look at you. They can look at you and be like, you're thinking of something from your childhood. And then your eyes start and they go antelope. And you go, well, how the fuck did you know I killed an antelope?
Most magicians I've met are very casual about it. They know that it's a skill that they've learned. The same way when you hang out with stand-ups, we're not like trying out jokes on you unless you're a psychopath.
Some people are.
Some people are. Get away from those people.
Yeah, I do it sometimes.
Yeah, I
gotta
mean,
work
for
on
the
it.
most
Eric.
I gotta
part,
work on it.
for the most part, we attempt to be
try
as
not
normal
to.
as we can. And that's how my experience with most magicians is they're generally very
just-
nice.
This is what it is.
Interesting people.
They have. It's like, if somebody has a.
You never tried to do magic when you were young?
Never.
That's all it is. It's the difference is
Never.
that I tried to do magic and immediately was like, this is way too hard. The skill is absolutely incredible.
It's not actually, but it's not magic. To actually do magic means like, oh, I'm learning magic. That means that you know a wizard. It's tricking people. You're fucking tricking people. That's all you're doing. And you're finding little ways in. It's like if you had a friend.
A wizard?
It's like a wizard does magic. You're not doing magic. You're just fucking tricking me. It's not actually magic. You didn't really make the card disappear. It's a fucking trick. It's all just trickery. It's
or
fucking
maybe
nonsense.
it's not. That's the whole point of it. You go watch Penn and Teller and tell me that's not real magic. There is some stuff that they do that is like.
Penn and Teller,
I watched them make a cow disappear on stage.
Let me tell you something. None of it is real magic. It's a trick.
Yeah, I guess so.
Great,
it's
but it's absolutely incrable. I mean, that's the thing. It's like
illusion, if you want to be
most
nice.
of the stuff they do, I've said, like when they've explained it to me, like if John, if like I've ever had it explained to me, there's always this moment where it's just like, you don't even need to be tricking. Like the skill you've learned is an incredible skill.
Yeah, but they still can't take away the trick part because that's what fills.
No, a
their
lot of them
tiny,
do
empty
now.
hearts
No, a
up,
lot of them
is
do
the
now.
fact that they're tricking you.
I saw an Amazing Mentalist
like
show
I
where the
don't
guy
like
was very open about it. Like he's like, this is a trick. Like everything you see tonight is a trick, but it does work.
I love that guy. Whoever that guy is.
Amazing show.
What was his
There's
name?
this guy.
He's Vincent. He's a very Italian name. He's from New York, but he has an amazing show called Mind Play.
Vincent.
Whatever it is, super Italian. I'm forgetting
Vincent Gnocchi. Fucking rigatoni.
Yeah.
This is the last thing I'll say
Did you
about
ever try
magicians.
magic, Becky? Did you ever try to learn it?
Oh, hell no.
No.
What
was like
it's
some?
kind of
What
male,
are?
I feel like, not to be gendery.
Well, okay, so you did Chinese dance and what else? You did Chinese dance where she said
I
you
did
walk like John
soccer.
Wayne.
I walk like you, like John Wayne. You have big American fat legs. No, I also did soccer. What else did I do? I don't know. Piano, because I'm fucking half Chinese. What else?
How good
Abacus.
did you get at piano?
Oh, I was pretty good, and then I quit.
If you were to play piano right now, like, could you?
No.
Nothing.
Nothing's
I
been
just
retained.
quit, and then I was like, and then I was in I was in a band in New York, but it was like a comedy girl band.
What'd you play?
Keyboard and
What was the
guitar.
name of the band? Because I feel like
Sticker Book.
Okay.
But I mean, I was the worst member of the band.
Who else was in it? Anybody we know?
You guys knew Sue Galloway?
Yeah. I know
Jen
Sue.
Rondeau. Well, she used to be Jen Hammaker.
Okay.
Eliza Skinner.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Becky Poole. Anyway,
Sue was in
That's a great group of people.
it's so fun.
Sue was in the first, when I moved to New York, I signed up for a viral videos class at the Pit, and Sue was in it. So she was like literally one of the first people I met in New York.
She's
because
I
great.
Sue.
I
She's
moved to New
wonderful.
York, and then like that night,
So
I
funny.
took that class, and she was like from
She's
Boston,
married,
right?
She's married to John Lutz,
She's
right?
from Pennsylvania.
Is she
Or
married to John Lutz?
Yeah, they have 2 children.
You know John Lutz?
He's
the
in
guy
of the
from
30
30
Rock.
Rock.
Oh my god, one of the funniest dudes.
Yeah, they're all
if you ever
funny.
get to see him do improv, it's like he's absolutely incredible.
He's good.
He's really funny.
They do a deconstruction that'll blow your mind.
I've been seeing-
and then
I've
they
been-
dance. They do a dance.
I've been seeing people post about improv lately, and I'm like,
Ugh.
Liz has told me like, do not let me take clown classes.
Dude,
She's
clowning
she's
in
very-
LA.
she's very
Get ready,
worried.
That is
get ready,
so-
America. Clowning is coming.
it's
You know what
huge.
America's thinking right now
Huge
is why
out
the
here.
fuck did they say goodbye 20 minutes ago?
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm not mad.
and
I'm
said
just
a bunch of really funny stuff. I mean,
But
this is the
clowning-
funniest stuff has been
Clowning
said.
is like so big here, and I was tempted to take a clowning
It's taking over. It's
almost did
taking
it.
over the country.
I'm just kidding. That's not how it works. But
there's not going to be improv teams anymore. There's going to be clown teams.
Oh, 100%.
No, there will be.
There are,
Yeah.
No, I watched a clown show. It was fine. It's basically a one-man show where they don't use words.
oh, they don't do. Oh, right.
Yeah,
right.
a lot of it is done
Yeah.
kind of silently, or if they talk, it's I don't know. It's that thing where it's just like
I saw one at the Pit. It was
How
like
was it?
they were like, "This is the most famous clown. He's from
I know who
Which
he's
one?
he's from
It
France.
was like Red Bastard. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. And I was like,
Oh,
yeah,
I
he's a
know Red
bastard. He
Bastard.
just took 2 hours of my time. I'll
And
never
it's like
get back.
It's just
I can't.
Wait.
Clowning and magicians, they're too similar.
start a cult.
You don't like the old arts. No. The old.
like them. No, they sucked. That's why we moved on to better arts. Oh God! Let me. This is the thing I wanted to say about. I don't want to end without fully shitting on magicians and explaining why. Explaining why I struggle with it. Because
I want to. Let me at least say this then. John Accardo, an absolutely wonderful person.
He's never
absolutely amazing magician.
Podcast.
He really might.
Okay, well, if that's the case,
if you tag me in a clip, there's a chance he will see it and listen to this podcast.
If he understands comedy, he knows it's not really about him.
He is. He's a good joke writer. That's the other thing is magicians like have to be comedians now too.
Okay, so this applies to everything other than
You're literally
this guy.
doing a magician's show tonight.
Who? Oh, Edelman?
Edelman.
Yeah, okay. Well,
is he a magician?
Yeah, he's a little bit of a magician.
He's a good magician.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like that part of him. Listen,
Shitting on.
He will definitely hear this.
Good.
No.
Stop. Listen, it's like they have a. It's like
They ain't never getting booked at the Comedy and Magic Club.
Picture somebody who can pick a lock, and then like being like, "Yeah, come over to the house. Yeah, here's all the. Yeah, hang on the house for a minute. I'm gonna go outside. I gotta do something. I'm gonna leave you in the house with all my locks. These dudes have locks to your brain. They can just go in and they can find things. They can find little things.
That's why you're anti-gun, because it's like somebody owning a gun, they could kill you at any time.
Am I anti? I don't know if I'm anti. It depends what mood I'm in.
I'm just trying to paint you in a corner.
You're just trying to make me look like fucking Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Guys, we should go. Because the podcast is...
Who's your favorite magician, Becky?
Enough, Rob. Rob, come on. We got to go.
Why do we have to go?
I got to go get a haircut.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I got a haircut at 4.
For the magic show.
Yeah.
You were supposed to buy me dinner tonight.
Yeah, I know. But I will get you dinner.
Okay.
Rob helped me put up the sign.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't comment on it at all. We were talking about.
No,
Well, we
okay.
started talking to her.
Well,
right away.
I did point, but then something else happened.
Yeah.
Nice.
Gordon hasn't come back.
I know, because he has diarrhea.
Oh, Gordon.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming on the show.
Thanks for
This was
having
really
me.
Thanks for
fun.
having me, Eric.
I'm obviously going to I would love to have both of you back at maybe not with each other. I mean, or with each other. It's fine.
You don't have to say any of this. Everything you've said
you
the
get what I'm
last
saying.
30 seconds did not need to be said at all.
I'm just saying you could come back.
Yeah.
I'd love to have you back. Was that weird?
Yeah, I mean, the assumption is I would assume you'd have us back.
Oh, my God, Rob. You really fucking... You're asking for it. Or our friendship is about to reach a new level.
They're gonna fight.
No. This was great. Thank you guys for coming on. I won't say anything else. I won't say, hey, and maybe we'll do it again sometime. No, I won't even bring that up because apparently that'll upset Rob. But you guys are great. Actually, I don't know how to end it now. Why don't you end the podcast?
Well, you've either been hearing me or you haven't. So I hope you heard me.
And then I press this. I'm just kidding.
Becky's getting in.
Yeah,
Here we go.
All right.
Now we're having a good time.
Everybody's having fun. Thanks for coming, guys.